my name's Jen. I want to give you a book review on The Alter Ego Effect by Todd Herman, the Audible version. If you ever had a moment in your life where you wish that you were somebody else, somebody stronger, somebody faster, somebody smarter, you looked a different way, and if you could just tap into that for a moment, maybe you would have gotten what it was that you wanted, then you should definitely have a read. So this book is all about that, finding your alter ego. It's about tapping into this part of you that is stronger, faster, smarter than what you would normally give yourself credit for. And sometimes that means putting on a little bit of an act or finding a way to kind of pretend to be that person. Now, the way that they go through the material in the book is, number one, they tell you how to develop an alter ego. And one of the ways that they sort of explain it is that if life was a playing field and you have all these different areas of your life, you've got your romance and you've got your social and you've got your working life and your athletic life, we all shine in certain areas. And then there's other areas, of course, that we struggle. So how can we become really strong at all of them? And there's been studies that have been done over time that show that people who are extraordinary athletes and comedians and actresses and singers and people from all different walks of life have used this effect of creating an alter ego so that they can step into the light, step into the limelight, step into the public eye in order to be able to take on all that stress and to manage themselves in a different way, almost like separate themselves from the experience. As an everyday person myself, I would use an example of who do you want to be when you walk into a boardroom versus who do you want to be when you step out to go out onto a date. And you might be really good at one and not really good at the other, but how can you become good at one and the other? So what the book does is it suggests that you need to choose someone to mirror for your alter ego. Maybe you know someone who is famous or even just somebody in your life, and how can you imagine what they would do in that situation? What I love about this concept is that there's tons of examples in the book that walk you through people that we know, famous people who have used the effect, which is fascinating and really interesting because they're all in different areas of careers and different men and women in different parts of the world, which is very cool. And that people just naturally do this to come into their own power. But it's also explained that when you start to develop this alter ego, it's not something that is challenging to always step back into. You can develop a character and just sort of know that it's there, and when you need it, lean in. It gives you the opportunity to separate yourself sometimes emotionally from something really challenging that's happening so that you can just deal with specifically the task at hand, the ball that's being thrown across the field, the challenge that's being thrown at you at the boardroom table, or whatever it is that you're finding challenging. But I love the principle. I love the concept. The book was suggested to me by someone when I was talking to them about something from a business perspective, and they said, I think that it would be very useful for you to read this book, and they were 100% right. I think it's a really cool philosophy. And like many things in life, when someone brings up a new concept to you for the first time, then all of a sudden you start hearing about it over and over. And that happened to me in my life. I read the book, I understood the concept, and then I had all these other people in my life mention to me that either the concept itself or that they themselves did it. So worth the read. Very cool. Always good to develop ourselves and become the best version of ourselves, even if at first that is an imaginative part of ourselves, but it can all become natural and real over time. I hope that you enjoy the content as much as I did.